With Black Ops 6 beta at a close, I can now make my final thoughts about multiplayer. What worked, what didn't, and what I hope to see in this upcoming game. This is my opinion, and although it doesn't matter, I don't want any COD players to bully me for enjoying the game. Just don't buy it, in my opinion. I'm not going to call someone a clown for enjoying the game, and I'm not going to make fun of others for hating it or doing the same. But for me, it was something to enjoy. Plus, the game's barely going to release in a month. Actually, in about 21 days as I'm re-recording this audio. Plus, I don't really play Call of Duty for the multiplayer. I'm more interested in the story. Yeah, that's rare, isn't it? To start this off, the multiplayer was fun. The maps, movement, overall gameplay was a blast. Compared to the last installment I played being Cold War, I felt there was some similarities of its characters, weapons, settings, and I will elaborate on those later. For what I noticed first in multiplayer is the operators. For the factions, we have the Rogue Black Ops and Crimson One. From what I could tell, the Rogue Black Ops operate outside of what I would say the good guys role, but they are the good guys in some way. And Crimson One kind of looks like the Warsaw Pact from the last game, or the bad guys in a sense. Some of the operators do return from Cold War, like Adler Park, and Woods returns as an announcer for the team. Harry Stone from the Warsaw Pact returns as a playable operator for the Crimson One. Now, I could say the current cast, although limited, does look like a fun bunch. I would say that actually if they weren't, two guys from Call of Duty Zombies. I mean, Cold War did the same thing with Samantha and Weaver, but Weaver was included because he was an original character in the Black Ops series. I'd say they all look good, and I can't wait to see who else they decide to add. The weapons are limited, but I think that's a positive for right now. Unless the actual launch will have more weapons added later, I guess the limited selection for me is a bit easier to understand. I understand the weapons a bit better. Well, obviously you could say that, what could you expect from a shotgun other than it will act like a shotgun, or a sniper to act like a sniper. I mean that it gives me a better feel for the weapons and what they would be good for. The selection makes me feel less overwhelmed when choosing a loadout compared to entering a game very late and seeing over 100 different weapons to choose from, which is easier for my dumb brain to comprehend. What I also see making a return from what I'm guessing is the Modern Warfare 2, Modern Warfare 3, is that certain optics in certain guns are locked behind another weapon, which forces you to choose that weapon to unlock that attachment. Which I guess is good for diversifying your loadouts and using other weapons you won't normally use, because hey, you might end up liking that one gun that you wanted the attachment for. The maps I really don't have much of an opinion on, nor am I an expert on map making, but the maps are alright. I don't think I've played on all of them, since I don't remember playing on the one map that looks like it takes place in the mines, or the ones with the election booths looking thing. But I can say is that my favorite maps are Babylon and the Strip Mall map. They're really fun to play with, and that's pretty much all I can say. I cannot end this section without mentioning the Omni movement that the development team has been hyping up. Previous COD games had the ability to dive or slide by pressing the crouch button when running. Now you have both. When sprinting, you press the crouch button to slide, or you can hold it to fly, like Max Payne. Not only can you sprint forward, but you can also sprint backwards, left or right. And this could also allow for very unique dives in your environment. And it's kind of funny where you can end up either on the cold hard ground meeting a barrage of bullets, or overdoing it and falling off the map. I'm seeing clips of people using Omni movement to do very fast spins and pulling off trick shots while in the air. And if I die to those kinds of players, I'm more impressed than angry, because not even I can pull it off. Lastly, the body shield mechanic, which I'm gonna say is the biggest mistake Activision has created and allowed personal mic communication between both parties, because a lot of them are funny but downright atrocious from what I see in my Instagram and TikTok feeds. One thing I can say is that it's actually really nice that if you're quick enough, you could actually free your teammate from a body shield and continue the fight. So, what don't I like? Well, for one, skins. As of recent installments in the Call of Duty franchise, goofy-looking skins have been a very prominent feature in the series. Yeah, they look cool and funny, but they're really out of place when you remember Activision said they want to stick close to real-life outfits and armors for their operators. But when you introduce two characters from Call of Duty Zombies, them being a zombie riot guard and a robot, it really doesn't make a good first impression. If you really want to push those goofy skins, maybe release grounded characters for both teams first, and then go back on your promise to release the money-making skins. Also, the skins for Adler and Park and the two zombie characters are locked behind a $100 pre-order. So, no thank you. I'm fine with Goofy, don't get me wrong. When I played Cold War, there were a lot of skins that I did have. A lot of different skins, a lot of different camos. Like in 1984, it was possible to get anime waifus on your sniper rifle and an assault rifle. Yeah, that was the thing that I got. Camo on weapons really makes sense and is pretty realistic, but when you have weapons that look like elaborate mechanized machines to look like monsters or a boombox or a game to play Advanced Warfare on, then you're probably kind of doing it wrong. So I've been talking about multiplayer for this video, but what about the rest of the game? I really don't care about zombies as much, but the campaign is usually what I play for. I seen the campaign preview a while back, taking place in Washington, D.C., and I really liked the whole espionage-like gameplay, where you could take alternate routes to get to your destination, like you did in Desperate Measures in Cold War and other additions in the Modern Warfare series. It's a really nice addition, as you could deploy, choose and swap your equipment, and you could actually deploy an RCXD and whip out a knife that looks like something out of Batman Arkham Asylum. My only hope is that the campaign is that it's a longer story compared to, the more recent ones. The original Modern Warfare trilogy felt longer compared to the ones that we have now in 2020. But don't, for the love of God, send us to Warzone every damn season, because Cold War had the simple structure of its first season being Adler getting kidnapped. Second season, he's supposedly in Laos. Oh wait, he wasn't there to begin with. He's in Verdansk. We got to rescue him. We rescued him, but now he got brainwashed, and now he's back in Verdansk. Well, we fixed the brainwashing, so let's go back to Verdansk. They'll probably do it again, but it's inevitable. But please, give us a more realistic campaign. So, do I like it? Yes. Are there flaws? Yeah. Will I pay full price for it? No. I got the Xbox Game Pass, so I'm playing it for free basically, or about maybe like what, $60 less than what it costs now. At the end of the day, it's just pixels. You don't really have to play it. You don't have to. You don't want to. You have the option to. Well, I just don't want people to not give it a chance. But because at the end of the day, like I said, it's just pixels. Just pixels. But not Bornova. She is forever. Also, completely off topic, I totally dropped some money for a Persona 3 Iga skin, and then if it's in the next COD update, or if they even want to do that, Atlas, you gotta fucking do something about your collabs. I'm tired of seeing you collab with fucking Pizza Hut.